Hey there, ACH 100. We are back to do our final roof type, which will be a traditional raftered roof. Let me get some things out of the way here. There we go. So we have our flat roof here and our energy heel truss here. And here's where we're going to do the rafter. I'm going to grab all of this and right click and hide it just to get it out of the way. And then we will zoom in here. And this will be based on the detail that was in your folder. This one right here, softened eave. And we're going to create the roof rafter with the overhang, the what is now considered a subfascia, because you would put another material out in front of this. This is kind of an older text. And then we'll put some blocking in between the rafters, and this is to hold in the insulation so that it doesn't fall out into your soffit. But we also want to create ventilation. That's why you have this little screened vent at the bottom so that air can travel through here and up your roof and out the ridge vent to keep your attic space cool. Sorry, I had a spicy burrito. Anyway, so we're going to go back here to the model. And we'll do this at a very typical roof slope, which is 5 and 12. Oop. Let's zoom in there. You have to kind of be pointing at something or it doesn't know what to do. Okay, so we'll get our measuring tool and we'll head in this direction and type in 12. And grab this again and head in this direction 5 because our roof slope is 5 and 12. And then we'll connect the dots. And then we're going to use 2 by 12s because we need that space in order to get our 38 insulation in there if we have a vaulted ceiling. So we grab this line and we head in that direction and we make sure we're on the gray there so we're in the same plane, and we'll type in 11.25, 11 and a quarter. So that's a 2 by 12. And we'll come out here to the face of our sheathing and head in this direction 2 feet. And we'll go back here, we'll grab our wall and head in this direction. Make sure you're on the red axis, hold the shift down, and pick anywhere out here at the edge where we want to cut this rafter off. So this part right here that we're going to cut out of the rafter is called a bird's mouth. So let's go ahead and draw our rafter, connect the dots. We'll stop it there, zoom in and go there, here, back up to here, and then close. And then we'll push it 1.5. So now we have our 2 by 12 roof rafter. Now, if you look at this one, you can see that they don't let the full length of the rafter go because that ends up with a really wide face out here. And what you usually want is about a 2 by 6 or a 2 by 8 depth here. So what we're going to do is come back over here. We'll grab our tape measure and we find a horizontal line. And we'll come out here as a reference. We'll start from the top and we'll measure down 5.5. And then we'll use our draw tool, across, push pull, and we have it cut off. Now we can triple click, right click, and make it a group. I'm going to move this one over just so that I have room for the hurricane tie again. We're going to delete these guides. We'll go ahead and paint this. Let's go close this out. go to our materials. No. Paint that. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then we'll go to 3D Warehouse and we'll actually look for the Simpson Hurricane tie. And there it is. And we can pick that one. Yep, exactly the same one. And we can download it. There we go. Just get it in there some way. And then we're going to rotate it. So come on any horizontal surface, and then you can rotate it 90 degrees. And then you want to grab it. And pop it onto that face. And then we'll grab it down here, slide it over, and pop it onto this face. And then we need to slide this down so that this is above the ceiling. We don't want this little elbow here to come out and interrupt the drywall. So now we have our hurricane tie on. Let's go back to this. We're going to put our subfascia on. Oh, let's go ahead. I guess we're going to multiply our roof rafters first. Let's go back to this. Our rafter framing like this is at 2 feet on center. We'll make this a group so that they move together. And grab this from the middle, head in the direction we want to go, hit Control to create our copy, and say 24, and then we'll say 5 times. And that'll get us out there. Now, our roof rafter is a little bit deeper than the one in the detail because this old book did not take into consideration that this could be a vaulted ceiling or that we would need R38 insulation in here. So this whole thing looks a little bit different. Ours is a little chunkier, but it's still doing the same thing. So now we'll come out here and we'll create our subfascia. We'll grab here, down here, pull this out 1.5. Now again, architects love to draw it this way in hopes that someone would actually build it this way, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and draw our line here and push pull and cut that off. And then triple click, right click, and make it a group. And we'll paint it. Now we'll put in our blocking. These are continuous, our top plates, and that's why they have the X through them. Anything with only one diagonal line through it means that it's blocking, which means that it's discontinuous. It's in little separate pieces. So we'll go ahead and put that in, and we'll also put in our blocking for our continuous blocking for our soffit. So if we use our measuring tool, we'll pop that in there so that we have a guide. And let's see if we have room for a 2x4. I bet we don't. 1.5, 3.5. We do not. But what we can do here, because all it has to do is hold up the soffit material, is, come on, there we go, is 1.5, 1.5. That would be a 2x2. And then we can push it all the way down and pull it all the way down this way. Triple click, right click, make it a group, and we'll paint it. And then we will do our 2x4 that holds the soffit material. Excuse me, guys. Let's use our tape measure and go up this way, 3.5, and we will do a rectangle like this. We'll just do a shorter one. Pull it out this way, 1.5. And we will take it all the way back. You know, I don't even think we need this piece. No, I don't think we do. We have so much meat here to nail onto. I don't think we need that little piece with the 2x12s. So we'll just delete that. Make that a group. And paint this. And then we will copy this in between the rafters. So we'll go select move and hit control to create our copy. And we'll move it to here, and then we'll say 5 times. And then we have a continuous nailing surface for our soffit. So it's a little bit different than the detail, and that's primarily because the roof rafter was deeper. Okay, now let's go back to here and use this as a reference. So we've got this part going all the way back, but it's got so much meat to nail to that we really didn't need this part. But we do need this blocking to hold in the insulation. So let's go back over here. Now let's see here. Let's do a, let's see what measurement we have here. We want to do this at the outside of the wall so that we get insulation all the way to here. So let's measure from here to here. We have 8 and 9/16, and we need to leave about 1.5 inches. So let's say, let's use a 2x6. So we, on this surface, we'll use our rectangle tool, and we'll type in 1.5, 5.5. Let's go ahead and make this a group. We'll stretch it here in a minute. Let's move it over, grab the move tool. We will move it up to the edge of this. Let's rotate it. Grab up there, and then tilt it down. Snap onto there. And you can grab the move tool and put it right there. Now let's go into this group, and let's use the push-pull tool, and we'll bring it over to here. And then exit out of the group, and we'll paint it. Now we have our blocking. So let's grab our selection tool, and we can come out here to the edge of our rafter, pick an edge, hit control, and head in this direction to there. And then we can hit 5X, and we've got our blocking in between all of our roof rafters. We'll triple click this one and push it back where it belongs. And so now all we need is the sheathing. Ours is going to fit a little bit differently because we beveled the top of the subfascia. So let's go back over here. Let's delete some of these guides here. And then we will go to 3D Warehouse. And our zip was already there, so we'll download that again. Yes, I know. So just click anywhere to get it in the model. Grab your Move tool and pick the corner and bring it down here like we did the last time. Use your Rotate tool. Sorry, guys. And then click here and then straight out and then rotate it up. Okay. Oops, wrong direction. All right, so we need to, I should have rotated it first time. So we'll pick here and pick here. Uh-oh. Click here. There we go. Now we've got it picked. And then you can rotate and it'll pick to the surface. And you can really go anywhere and then say rotate, head in the direction, say 90 degrees. Yep, still correct. We'll grab our Move tool to here and go to the middle of your roof rafter. It needs to snap onto there. Come on. There you go. And then we'll bring it out. Oh, that's not going to go. We're going to have to pop it to the edge here and then move it back in. So we popped it to the edge. Now we're going to slide it this way 3/4 of an inch. Now we've got it in the right orientation. So use your Move tool, grab it by the edge, hit Control to create the copy. And now you've got that one. Let's grab it by the middle, hit Control and come up here, do your offset panel. Grab this by the end, hit Control and come over here and set your next one. Grab this one by the middle, hit Control, come up here to set your last one. Now because this came in as a component, we're going to right click and make it unique. And then we'll triple click, make sure everything's lit up. And then we will push pull it back into place where it needs to be. We'll exit the group and we'll pick it, right click it to make it unique. Triple click, make sure everything's lit up. And then we will push this one back into place. Escape, pick this one, right click, make it unique. Click on it until it's all lit up. And then use your push pull tool. Snap it into place. So this is how a lot of construction gets done. And it would be traditionally framed, and there would be a ridge beam up here to support the top of the rafters, and they would get hangered to the beam, and you could either do a 2x, if you wanted a flat ceiling headed in this direction to some other bearing wall, or if you wanted a vaulted ceiling, you could just drywall right to the bottom of these roof rafters. And then this would give you plenty of room to do your R38 in there. And you would have this is your sub fascia. You would actually end up with a finished board fascia on there. Your shingles would be on top of this with your drip edge into your gutter. And that is the most traditional way to frame the roof. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, give me a call.